Yo, what up, family? Yo, listen, trying something new. And this is my not so ordinary story, aka story time with legend. Alright, so at this present time, I've only been to Atlanta once, right? Atlanta, hit me up. Listen, we'll make it work. The one time I ended up going to Atlanta was pretty interesting. And that's the story I want to tell you guys. So this is what happened. I got the opportunity to perform in Atlanta. I, being an artist, a hip hop artist from Philadelphia, it was interesting. It was a great experience. This is around the time Rebels Ambition. So this is around 2015, 2016, maybe a little bit after that. But thankful for what God had done with the music. I got an opportunity to perform in Atlanta, and started a campaign, and people donated and showed mad love, and it was so dope. It was phenomenal, man. It had people, just showing love. Whether they gave 20 or 10 or whatever they could get, I was just grateful, and ended up raising the amount that I needed to get to this event, and it was great. So the thing is, the closer you get to a date, the more expensive a flight gets. So in that process of flights being more expensive, I ended up looking at different routes, ended up looking at the train, and ultimately chose the bus route. Might not have been the greatest idea. So I ended up choosing Greyhound. Right? Greyhound. This is not a diss, but this is a true story. So what happened was, we put the tickets to Greyhound, and the way the trip was supposed to work, it was supposed to be Philly to Washington, Washington to North Carolina, North Carolina to Atlanta. Straight. It was supposed to be like maybe 22 hours, 23 hours. I had booked to go ahead of time, like a day ahead of time, so that I would be there, like prior to the day of the event, knowing that it was the 22-hour ride. What ended up happening was, unique within itself, or maybe not that unique. I don't know. So what happened was we get to the station, we leave from Philly to Washington, fine, straight ride, cool. We actually end up there early. Now it's time to go from Washington to North Carolina. We're going from Washington to North Carolina, so we're waiting in the depot. Greyhound, a bus company that specializes in transportation, has no drivers. What? They had no drivers. So, okay, they tell us, hey, everybody stay calm. We gotta call in another driver, see who wants to work. It should take no more than 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, sounds good. So they had their little concession stand or whatever, this and the third. Wasn't 1 hour, bro. It ended up being 7 hours. Like 7-hour delay. So now I'm just like, okay, I hope this doesn't set us back any. And then the thing is, they offer us like this little $7 like concession stand thing, and they didn't really have that much to eat. And anybody who knows me, anybody who knows Legend, bruh, $7 that's not gonna do nothing. Like, that's just, I need like 4 of them things. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to healthy eating habits. I've been trying to practice, but it's just me. It's my metabolism. That's how I go. So what happened was, that 7-hour delay happens. They get a bus driver. So we think, okay, cool. So now we reboard the bus. We go from Washington to Carolina. Now we start to hear, okay, well, just to let you guys know, when we get to Carolina, we're gonna need you guys to get off the bus because we have to wash it and clean it. So everybody at this point is a little skeptical, a little angry, because I feel like we maybe have that right to. Everybody's like, nah, I'm not really feeling that, Chief. So they basically make us get off the bus anyway. And as we get off the bus, we think, okay, we don't see nobody washing it, we don't see nobody cleaning it. Come to find out, Greyhound, a bus company that specializes in transportation, has no drivers again for a second time. So we end up in North Carolina for another 4 hours. What? Like, that's like 2 movies, bruh. So they call in another bus driver, and this other bus driver, she kind of came on. She was a little insensitive. Well, you guys are lucky that I came in. It was my day off, and saying some stuff. And people were just like, "Yo, man, I'm not really trying to hear that." As of right now, we've been like, waiting for at least 11 hours. So 11 hours in total delay time of like where we're supposed to be at. So we get on the bus. This time it's supposed to be Carolina straight to Atlanta. So mind you, I'm in contact with the booking agent, letting them know what's going on. They say, okay, man, if you get here, as long as you get here, you're fine, you're great, everything's cool. All right, so it's supposed to be the non-stop ride, express. Man, when I tell you, the story gets a little bit more crazy. This woman gets off the bus, she parks the bus and says, I'm hungry. So she gets off the bus and goes to Wendy's to get a 4 for $4. And I was like, what? And then she goes, okay, 15-minute break. So I get it was around the time where the 4 for $4 was popping and it was new. But I'm like, yo, I had somewhere I'm trying to get. I paid money for these tickets. I don't understand what's going on. And instead of the 15 minutes she said, she comes back in 25 minutes. So now, like, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be mad late. And the booking for my hotel, my hoping sure, oh, that's cool, whatever. And my wife's trying to talk me through it. Oh, it's okay, it's gonna be fine. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to stay on the bright side. But I was just like, man, I hate, like, I don't want to be that guy, who just like, I just don't want to be that guy. So what happened is, we finally get to Atlanta. And the hotel that we had booked to stay in is like right next to the bus depot. So we're like, okay, cool, that should be a straight shot. So go check into the hotel, do what you gotta do. Nah, that's not what happened. So what happened was, because of the conference that was going around in the area, it was a big event, around the Stellars. Basically, all the hotels in the area were booked up. So, because of that, they had to give away our room, even though we booked it. And with that, I had to go and book another hotel that was 40 minutes away from where we were. So, by the time we checked into that hotel, the event was over, and I completely missed the gig. So, ended up going to Atlanta to spend the night, and, it was just like, wow. But, I guess on the bright side, next day, me and my wife kind of went sightseeing and, saw some dope stuff, and it's a really good soul food restaurant. Don't remember the name of the restaurant, but it's owned by some reality TV person in Atlanta. Food's pretty dope. So, that's a plus. But, yeah, that was my not so ordinary story of just like why Greyhound shouldn't be trusted. By the way, we got the Choose Hope hoodies. If you want one, drop something in the comments, drop a like, or hit a DM, and we'll be sure to get you one. Alright, straight, and I'm outie. Deuce.